Ever wondered where viruses, these invisible threats, actually come from? Imagine for a moment these minuscule entities that have such a profound impact on our world. Where did they originate? How did they come into existence? It's a question that tantalizes the curious minds and puzzles even the most seasoned scientists. It's a quest that takes us deep into the realm of virology, a world of mystery and intrigue. So, are you ready? Well, fasten your seatbelts as we embark on a journey to unravel this mystery. The origin of viruses remains shrouded in mystery. However, scientists propose three main theories. Firstly, we have the progressive theory, a story of evolution and adaptation. This theory suggests that viruses originated from genetic elements that gained the ability to move from one cell to another, essentially becoming parasitic. Secondly, there's the regressive or reduction theory. This hypothesis posits that viruses were once small cells that parasitized larger cells. Over time, they may have lost those genes that were not required by their parasitic lifestyle and became entirely dependent on their hosts for replication. And finally, the virus-first theory. This perspective proposes that viruses could have existed even before the first cellular life forms. It suggests that viruses originated from complex molecules of protein and nucleic acid during the early stages of cellular evolution. Each theory provides a unique perspective, but none can claim absolute certainty. It's a fascinating world of hypotheses and possibilities, a testament to the complexity of life on Earth. Imagine viruses as hijackers, stealing pieces of cellular DNA or RNA. That's the progressive theory. This notion posits that viruses may have evolved from fragments of DNA or RNA, which somehow managed to flee from the genes of a larger organism. The concept is much like a science fiction plot, where tiny fragments of genetic material break away from their original organism, developing the ability to invade other cells and replicate. Over time, these renegade bits of DNA or RNA, once part of an organism's genetic code, become independent entities. They evolve into viruses, entities that survive by invading and taking over the genetic machinery of host cells. This theory suggests that viruses might have started as harmless genetic elements that later turned into something more sinister. These entities became proficient in moving between organisms, becoming what we now identify as viruses. So, in this theory, viruses are kind of like genetic thieves, aren't they? Now imagine a parasite. That's what the regressive theory proposes viruses once were. This intriguing idea suggests that viruses started off as small cells that parasitized larger cells. It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? This theory paints viruses as former free-living organisms, complete with the whole set of genes and metabolic pathways. However, as time went on, these organisms developed a taste for the parasitic lifestyle. They found it easier to rely on the resources of larger host cells rather than toiling away to produce their own. This dependency led them to discard unnecessary genes and metabolic pathways, effectively streamlining themselves into the efficient parasites we know today. The regressive theory therefore views viruses as evolutionary backsliders, organisms that have progressively lost their complex features. They've stripped down to the bare minimum, retaining only the essentials needed for their parasitic existence. In this scenario, viruses are like parasites that have lost some of their functionality over time. But what if viruses existed even before life as we know it? That's the virus-first theory. This hypothesis suggests a fascinating possibility. It posits that these tiny infectious agents could have evolved from complex molecules of protein and nucleic acid even before the first cells appeared on Earth. Yes, you heard that right. Viruses might be older than the very building blocks of life itself. Imagine a prebiotic world, a stage set for the drama of life yet to unfold. Here in this primordial soup, complex molecules start to form, evolving over eons into what we now know as viruses. They might have been the first to discover replication, a fundamental process of life. This theory paints viruses not as villains but as pioneers in the grand story of existence. It's a perspective that challenges our understanding of life, its origins, and the role viruses play in it. So, are viruses ancient entities that have been here since the dawn of time? The mystery continues. So, where do viruses come from? The truth is, we're still not entirely sure. We've explored the beginning, progressive, and regressive theories, and even the virus-first theory. Each of these offers fascinating insights, yet none provides a definitive answer. Such is the nature of science, forever chasing the elusive truth. One thing is certain though, understanding the origins of viruses can help us better combat them. Until next time, keep questioning and keep exploring.